There are certain things that I wish I knew earlier that I know now, and I wish I had done better. In this video, I'm going to be very vulnerable, and the essence of this video is to prevent you or any other person from making the same mistakes that cost me millions of naira. Enjoy! Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Month. It feels like 2025 is just flying. Was it not just yesterday we shouted Happy New Year? January, February, March, and here we are, September. Anyways, to my new subscribers, if it is your first time here, my name is Adorinke Lawal. I'm a legal practitioner. I major in capital markets operations. And what do we do on this channel? Like I always say, we talk about everything money, what to invest in, how to invest, and most importantly, where to invest. If that sounds like what you're interested in, kindly give us a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and make sure to drop a comment before the end of this video. Today, I've decided to be vulnerable with you guys, talking about my personal journey. I'm talking about the money mistakes that I made, 5 money rules that I wish I knew earlier and I take it seriously because not knowing about those rules actually cost me millions of naira. So let's get started. I would say my first money mistake would be living above my means immediately I started earning a substantial amount. So a big backstory. I got my first paid writing gig in 2020, late 2020. And by 2021, my income had graduated into 100K and 150K, rough estimates per month. But towards the end of the year, it also went up to 300K, 400K, depending on how much writing gigs I was able to take during a month. But yeah, I was a student. That was quite some money. It's a huge money for someone like me who was collecting less than 50K allowance from home. And what did I do with the money? So I lost my dad earlier that year, and so I had to shoulder on some responsibility. So apart from shouldering responsibilities, because the money would have still been enough to pay bills and still save. But I was so irresponsible with the way I handled money. I didn't know better, actually. My lifestyle changed. It was a thing of I wanted it, I got it. So there was this time I was so frustrated with the light situation, and I just spontaneously messaged a friend to follow me to the market, and that very day I got my generator. Apart from that, I stopped cooking totally. I started eating out a lot. I started hanging out with friends. I didn't even mind sponsoring most of the outings. Also, I gifted my friends. That's still okay. It was still that same period I started experimenting with different skincare brands. Like if I got a skincare brand today and I noticed that it wasn't working, I will abandon it and get another one. But I was experimenting with different skincare brands. I think I took myself to a spa for my birthday, like things that I would not normally do when I was collecting my less than 50K allowance. Like I did a lot that year and it didn't even show for my body. It's garroted into a thing that when I wanted something and I didn't have money, I had to borrow and promise to pay back when I get my income or salary at the end of the month. It was that bad. I was living like someone with readily available money. Like, yes, I had a bank where there was money, so I can get whatever I want. So even if I didn't have the money in my bank, I can always borrow from friends to repay when I get my salary. Like, it was that bad. I was reckless. Essentially, the number one money rule is to live within your means. If you are earning 200K, live as if you are earning 150K or 100K. Another money lesson from what I've explained so far is the concept that is described as paying yourself first. So what does it mean? It means you should save before spending. Before you pay any other person, before you take off feeding, transportation, or any other bill, you should put aside a certain percentage of your income for your future self. For each amount you put away, you are paying yourself for a day in the future you don't have to work. If it is a small amount you are putting aside, say 2,000, 5,000, it helps you build an habit such that when you start earning higher, it will be very easy for you to put away higher amount. So starting from today, I want you to automate an amount that will be deducted automatically from your salary accounts every month. Don't be like me. Don't make such mistakes that I made. And that money we get from the story I've told so far is not investing early. So at the time, I had no knowledge of investment. If I had known about an opportunity to invest my money, to create value out of my money, or use my money to make more money, I'm sure I would have regulated my spending or control my wants in a way, because immediately I knew about investment, I started making conscious efforts to do something. That's another story for another day. I'll make a separate video about the mistakes I made when I started investing. But yeah, if I had known about an opportunity to create money and make more money with my money, I would have actually done that and control my spending. To be honest, I would have gotten so much money from investing that period, because dollar was still about 400, 500 naira at the time. So imagine if I had started investing then, coupled with naira devaluation and everything that happened last year, I would have made quite a number of money. Even if I was saving just 50,000 naira per month, I would have made a huge amount of money, because I started investments later in 2022 and I know how much I have now. And when I started investments, dollar was about for 600, 700, at some points 800. But yeah, I still benefited from the naira devaluation. But imagine if I had started quite early when dollar was 300, 400. So another money lesson from you is to start investing early. The earlier the better. So you get to benefit from what is known as compound interest, which means your money makes interest, the interest makes more interest, and your interest makes interest, like that. So even if it starts with just 20,000, 50,000 naira a month, in the next 10 years, when it's looking at a portfolio of over 50 million, if you stay consistent, so that contribution. Another money lesson I would like for you to take away from this video is to leave your comfort zone. So I would like for you to build high income skills. So for my own story, when I started writing, I mentioned that I got my first paid gig in 2021. So I was getting jobs from someone who was getting jobs from Upwork. And usually I should be gingered to open my own Upwork account so that I could connect with clients directly and earn in dollars. But I was so comfortable earning whatever I was getting. I didn't want to do the stress of sending proposals and all of that. So I was just so comfortable earning what I was earning. It was paying my bills. Whatever I wanted, I got them. I was so laid back. It affected me because going back to camp and coming back, I lost the gig, and it was very hard because the feed had become so saturated to get that kind of gig again. Difficult economic like Nigeria, you just have to have additional source of income. And when you build high income skills, that's how you can upskill from a low income salary to a high income salary. So we have come to the end of this video. A quick recap: I mentioned that you should learn to live within your means, which means you should budget. Also, learn to pay yourself first before you pay anyone, before you pay any bill. Make sure you set aside an amount for yourself. Number 3 is to start investing as soon as possible. Number 4 is to build what? Leave your comfort zone and build a high income skill. If you like this video and enjoyed the video, please give us a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you are here to do that. Also, comment, just say anything in the comment section. You can say what you learned from the video. You can talk to other people in the comment section. But please help me push out this video. Also, share to your friends. Bye. See you next week.